Congratulations, Coach Morris and their program. And we saw, obviously, last week when they went toe-to-toe with Baylor for nearly 3 quarters. They're much improved. They have good players. They got a good plan. They're well coached. They have good coaches. We knew that we were getting into a real challenge here tonight. Obviously, for much of the game there, into the third quarter, it's anybody's game. We went ahead, and then I thought SMU just made some real game-changing plays, and outstanding job by Matt Davis, our quarterback. And then anytime you turn the ball over 4 times, as you guys know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, you're going to really have trouble winning any games, no matter who the opponent, no matter where you play them, no matter what time of year you turn the ball over 4 times. And our plan to win, one of the most important things is take care of the football. We sure didn't do that tonight. But my hat's off to SMU and the improvement they've made, and we wish them the best of luck as the season goes ahead. Opening up to questions, guys.
Such a struggle tonight offensively. And I know you made some adjustments to go up tempo and things like that. What was your evaluation, maybe what didn't go right?
I think obviously turnovers, and it's just an easy explanation, but it's a true one. They blitzed us a lot, and I think at times we handled it well, and at times we didn't. We have to be more accurate at times throwing the ball. We have to have a little better protection at times. We have to run cleaner routes, better routes. I thought it was just a combination of all those things, but not nearly as productive as we need to be or have to be or should be, hopefully in the future, offensively.
How would you assess the play of your quarterback?
Not good enough, and but I didn't see anybody offensively that was good enough. You got to watch the tape. It's unfair. That one you can see a little bit easier because he's out there directing traffic, and he's out in the open, and he's out in space a lot more. So I couldn't tell you right now if our center or our right tackle played their tails off, or they did, and it's kind of hard to tell from the sidelines. But Andy Mack has tremendous character, great pride. He's a leader, and I'm not going to let him put this whole loss on his shoulders, because the guys that are the best competitors I've ever been around, they always want to do that and carry that weight, and it's not fair to him. I got to do a better job of coaching. My staff has to do a better job. Our players have to take responsibility for the mistakes they made and then just move forward.
It seems like you guys did some good things defensively. You had to stand, keep the man. You forced the fumble down there a couple of times. Did you see some good times?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, 3 times inside the 5-yard line, and they came out with 3 points. 3 possessions inside the 5-yard line, and we held them to a field goal of those 3 combined. That's hard to do now in any day in college football. So I saw some real positive things with a lot of new faces out there. Some familiar faces, but obviously some new ones, as you saw. And all those guys that played for the first time on our football team and all the guys that started for the first time, those guys will really learn, I think, from tonight's game. They have to, and they got to correct their mistakes. But I saw bits and pieces of a team that has the potential, I think, to become a good football team. But how fast we can do that, it's up to each one of us to make sure that we expedite this thing and try and get as good as we can against an outstanding Rice team that will be coming into Apogee this week.
You've made it clear you want to make this SMU a rivalry.
Right.
But in order to do that, you've got to win and be competitive. How disappointed are you that didn't play out?
Yeah, of course I'm disappointed, Joe. We're 1-1 the 2 times I've coached against them, and we'd love to have won the game and come down here and stole a victory on the road, but we weren't good enough. And they really, obviously it was clearly an even game for much of the game, and then they finish and we don't. And we really try and finish practice strong, and we really try and emphasize it, but it sure didn't look like it tonight. So we got to get back to that, because there's going to be a number of games this year, I'm sure, where we're going to be in some real tight, close, hard-fought games, and then we've got to be able to make the plays that SMU did tonight.
Dan, did you sense your players had any first-game jitters?
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't sense that at all. We got off to a good start, and there were some big hits and turnovers and special teams, and I thought our team was ready to play. I really did. I thought they were ready to play. We knew we had to be because of the respect we have for SMU and the job they've done. And watching that tape last week, there wasn't one player coach that didn't come in without great respect for what Coach Morris and his staff have done in the short time they've been here. They got some cats now. They got some players, starting with that quarterback. There's a lot of teams in the country that are going to have trouble defending him, as Baylor did last week, and we surely did again today.
What effect did not having Byers and Wilson tonight?
Yeah, they're 2 of the best players on our team, probably 2 of the top 5 players on our whole football team. Kenny Byers is out for the season, had back surgery this week, so we've lost him for the year. Wilson had surgery, and we hope to get him back. It's week to week, so I couldn't tell you if it's Rice or it's Iowa or it's Southern Miss, but he had surgery. We miss those guys because those are two of the best players on our whole football team. But this is a game of injuries. It happens, and you hate it. And it's the most heartbreaking thing of this game to me is beyond losing games, which is really heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching, is injuries. But everybody has them. You can't use them as an excuse. The next guy has to step in and be productive and earn the trust and respect from everyone around him, and we have to keep working on that.
Did you have some suspensions tonight that, some guys couldn't play early on, first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, the guys that didn't play in the first quarter didn't live up to the expectations of the program, and I'll never sacrifice the core values of our program, ever, ever. So a couple of guys that did not start the game had to sit out the first quarter for their conduct and behavior, and we hope all of them have learned from their mistakes, and that because we just, we want character at the heart of everything we do, and I think our fans have recognized that and respect that from the day I took the job.
This game was close in the first half. How much did it hurt not being able to capitalize on the opportunities?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 3 or 4 turnovers first half. We just kept coming up with big plays on defense. And when you have those turnovers, you have that turnover margin, and you don't pull away, and you don't, at that, I mean, we weren't running around beating our heads against a wall, but it's like that we had opportunities to score some points and get out in front and get a lead with the turnovers we were getting on defense and special teams. But credit SMU. They hung in there, they bowed their necks, they fought, and they kept that game really close after the mistakes they made and the plays that we made to turn the ball over.
One more, guys.
Anybody
You knew
else?
SMU was going to be better this year.
Yeah.
But are you surprised by the result?
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm real disappointed with the result. But as I said earlier, Joe, watching them against Baylor last week, who was a top 5 team, and I put them in my top 5 when I voted in the coaches poll, and you saw the way that they made plays and how they struggled stopping Matt Davis and some of the things they did. This is a good football team that we lost to today. We just have to become a good football team now.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot.